So I was quite the troublemaker back in school, and it didn't go without its fair share of punishments in return. I've served plenty of time in detention, writing my wrongs on the whiteboard, and dozens of visits to the principal's office. But I've also received the most hardcore punishment of all, being spanked by my teacher. So for context, I would just do a lot of annoying stuff for laughs or to show off to friends, or trying to impress the ladies. But mostly it was just to see how far I could push my teachers before they snapped. Some of the things I got in trouble for were throwing paper airplanes, shooting rubber bands at people, beeping my watch, changing the wallpapers on the computers, drawing profanities on the whiteboard, flipping my desk over, carving my name into a table, reading adult magazines, and playing video games in class. But one of the worst things I did happened in art class. The girl sitting to my right was jokingly cutting the tips of her hair all, "Tee-hee, look at me, I'm giving myself a haircut." So I proceed to grab some of her hair and yell, "Here, let me help you with that!" And I end up snipping off an 8-inch clump of her hair. Yeah, that one did not go over well. At all. She screamed. The teacher screamed. I screamed. We all scream for ice cream. I also may have pulled a fire alarm once. Just once. Moving on. In my sophomore year of high school, we had a teacher that I'll call Ms. Campbell. She was brand new that year and fresh out of college. She was nervous, but super cute, which is probably why I didn't go too hard on her with my shenanigans. But you know I still got my fun in. During her class, I would play random sounds on my phone trying to break her concentration while she was talking, or rearrange stuff on her desk before she came into the room. I would also raise my hand to ask a question, and when called on I would just say something like, "You look nice today," or "Great weather we're having, huh?" or "Did you see the new episode of a TV show the night before?" She would just smile and shake her head while the rest of the class laughed. I even sent her some of the spiciest memes to her school-issued email, but they always went ignored. At the end of the school year, I gave her my notebook from class, full of notes and doodles as a joke, telling her that drawing is all I ever did in her class, even though I passed her class easily because she was so chill and easygoing. Unfortunately, we found out upon returning to school the next year that she had left and taken a job at another school. She was a good one. But I moved on. So fast forward to when I'm 22. I'm back in my hometown for the summer and out at the bar one night with friends catching up over beers. At some point in the night I see this woman across the bar who looked very familiar. We both kept looking at each other, getting caught, and quickly looking away. This game went on for a bit before I finally realized it was her. It was Ms. Campbell. I go over and introduce myself, but she knows exactly who I am. She said how could she forget? I was the one that drove her mad during her first year of teaching. Oof. We end up finding a booth to sit and catch up on things while taking turns buying drinks. At some point, we even got up and did some awkward drunk dancing to the terrible music that the DJ was playing. She even did the old, "I don't know how to play pool" routine and swiftly grifted me out of $20. As the night wound down, we end up outside and get some food from a food truck. We end up exchanging numbers and she asks if I'm going to make her walk home alone. No. We get to her building and we both say how much fun we had. Then she says she has a favor to ask. Okay, I'm listening. She tells me she still has this stupid notebook full of drawings I gave her years ago and that she'd like me to come up and draw something new to see if I've improved any. Oh shit. I was blown away that she had kept it. After all, it was just a goofy way of me throwing out an old notebook at the end of the school year. I fully expected it to be tossed in the trash. I tell her I'm down for it and we go inside. She tells me to take a seat on the couch and that she'll be back in a bit. A few moments pass and she appears in the doorway with the notebook and oh my god. She's changed her clothes into something more comfortable. Yo. I pick my jaw back up off the floor and grab the notebook. She spins around and I watch as she struts back into the other room. Oh my god. I sat nervously trying to draw something, but my heart was pounding out of my chest. She comes back a few moments later and joins me on the couch. We end up just spending most of the time joking and laughing until she makes her move. She snuggles in real close, wanting to see what I'm drawing. I slam the notebook shut and tell her, no. Your eyes can't handle this. She goes all pouty lips and puppy dog eyes, begging me, pretty please. I couldn't fight her cuteness overload anymore, so I open the notebook and show her the drawing. An anime girl fighting off a girthy, slimy tentacle monster. Her jaw drops and she shoves me away, telling me that I'm still a troublemaker just like I was in her class years ago. I give her a smirk. I still got it. Mission complete. Then she turns to me and says, "You know what naughty boys like you need? You need a good spanking." I give her a, "Oh, you really want to play this game right now" look and playfully throw myself across her lap. She starts smacking me on the ass and I beg her to stop, telling her that I'm a good boy. Then we both bust up laughing our asses off. Oh my god, this is so cringy recording this. What am I doing? So yeah, that's my story about being spanked by my teacher. After that, well, let's just say we moved to her bedroom and played a friendly game all night. It's a pretty fun game. We played it like 3 or 4 or 5 times until morning, and then once more after breakfast. So if anyone's gotten this far, I just want to give you a huge thanks for watching. This is my very first video, if you can't tell. With everything so crazy this year, with the shutdowns and the stay-at-home orders, it just pushed me to work on stuff I've always wanted to do. And that's to entertain with my art, be it cartoons or comics. And I know it's just still frames at the moment, but eventually I'd like to get into using actual animation. It just depends on how much time I can set aside to work on it. And that's where you, the viewer, come in, because if you liked this video and you'd like to see more, it would help me out a lot, hitting that like button, smashing the subscribe button, sharing the video on social media, you know all the things. I'd appreciate it a lot, and the support will help push me to work on it harder. Oh, and if you started any passion projects during lockdown, let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.